thank God it's another good day that we are out to do one or two of our usual activities. That is to say, looking at the environment, the soil, precisely to see what and what we can do to get the positive best out of it. So, as we all know, the season is running fast approach, and then preparation has to be put in place so that as soon as rain start, we should have something to at least do with the blessing that God descend down upon us. So now last time you remember under this shade we said when we walk and then we kind of camp here to relax at least. If you see the sun is too much for us, and then we need to sit here and then relax, and then if we want to eat and drink water, we keep our things here to make sure that we have some time to rest, because this is how we do it. We can't just continuous working. We know farm work is somehow is tedious, and then it's not, though it's only for those, it's not for a lazy person. So that is why we are here. At least when you work, at least there should be a place you can rest, so that at least you re-energize yourself before you can go back to the field again. So that is what we are doing here right away. We are relaxing to rest, and then before we continue what we are here to do. Last time we said we came to the farm to look at the soil information around the place. We talk of the reconnaissance survey. We check the terrain, the topography of the soil there, the vegetation, and the texture of the soil. So what are the positive challenge faced by the farmers, and a lot we checked there that day, and then now we've come here today again to see. That time they've kind of seeing a soil profile. After seeking the soil profile, a soil sample is collected from different horizons of the soil that we collect those samples from, and then it's being sent to the lab. So we are expecting the lab results soon. So when the lab results is out, and then we look at the parameters that the soil carries, and then we can be able to, from there we should be able to deduce what type of crop should be planted in this soil we are seeing around here. So that is it's a good thing, because most of us we bypass the soil test. But it's the good things that you know what is even your problem before you started giving out the treating the problem. Because if you say you are sick and then you don't know what is even the cause of the sickness, and then you started buying different kind of disease, maybe what is really happening to you, not gotten the drug that will cure it. So that is why we advise all our farmers, we don't do things in our own way again. We said we should look at, according to President African Development Bank, he said that we should look at agriculture as a business rather than not as a way of life, because that is where we Africans, especially Nigeria, have advantage in. You know, that is where we have our advantage, our comparative advantage in, because we have the natural resources to which these crops need to survive. But how can we put them into it? How can we manage them to get the best out of it? That is what we are advocating, preaching to our members to do. We should not do it, let's say, because if you do anyhow, you will see anyhow. That is why we are saying no. Before you go into any enterprise, try to kind of undergo a soil test. You know the composition of the soil. From there, you should be able to deduce what and what you are to plant and not to plant on the specific type of soil. So last time we've seen like about five soil profiles. So we discovered there are a lot of physical changes that happen during the profile observation. So all those samples here, we're putting them into consideration. We are going to kind of finalize, harmonize on it after when the soil and the laboratory test is being done successfully. From there, we should be able to at least tell us what are the possible cause of the changes we notice along the profile soil profile that we noticed there. So, in essence, what we are saying is that yes, we are trying to make it a kind of lively and then good for whoever want to go into the enterprise. We need to check what are the problems really that is the challenge to the farmers. So, if we're able to tackle those problems, I know the farmers will be happy doing their work perfectly. So that is all what we are doing. So we thank God, the Poverty Fighters Squad, the Ikeja Chambers of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, the Poverty Fighters Squad has a kind of look into this thing that yes, this is what our farmers really need. Therefore, where can they get those information? They say no, no problems. You don't need to stress yourself. You as a member, work freely to the office. Tell us your challenge. At least we should look at one or two experts that will kind of guide you and then put you on the track that you'll be a successful farmer. We are not a kind of wanting to push you into the system and then let you be. No, we want to push you into the system and then push you to succeed as well. You heard the slogan I said, we don't think nonsense. That is to say, if you are doing something, we are going with full force to make sure we succeed in what we are doing. That is the main thing there. So, everybody is complaining that yeah, this season, this time is very hot. We cannot go outside to do anything. Yes, we can't go outside to do anything, but you as a farmer, if you can't go outside to do anything, and then you expect to see have everything, it's not done. That's why we said we are not a lazy human being. We are not a lazy type. God has not made you. God didn't make you to be a lazy person. So why are you trying to make yourself a lazy person by force? Go outside and find something to do to make yourself useful to the society. So there, we are in the farm. We are doing the usual way we know how to do our own things to make sure to succeed in life. And then we are not. We said we don't want to succeed alone. We want to succeed with you. If we want to succeed with you, what do you expect us to do? We share the information we have. Let you pick from any information, anyone that you know that is useful to you, pick from it and then you work with it. So that's what we are preaching. And then we keep on saying yes, you don't have the challenge. Yes, you are well endowed with all the resources you need to be called human being. Yes, fine, you have everything, but look around you, there are people that they don't have what you have. You know, people look at agriculture as a kind of poor man business. We look at the agriculture as a things that those poor wretched human being does. It's not like that. You can be in the office, you can be in Aso Rock and then be farming. What we advise is that we should think of what we can be doing while sleeping on our bed. Let money work for us, because you can't be kind of working for money all times. But it's not a bad thing if you are working for money now. But if you are working for money now, we advise trying to save something so that less money work for you. Because if you don't think of how money will work for you in the future, you work for money until you die. That is the truth. Because if you believe you can only be working, the time you come you get tired and you cannot work again. That is where you say, who will come and save me? No, it's better you start saving yourself now. Save yourself from the stress now, so that at least you should be able to hold on to something. We said go and invest in an enterprise that will help you. That is agriculture. When you invest, you see that yes, at the end of it all, you are sleeping while money is working for you. Look around you. If you have your money, go to the street. There are people looking for a job, this farming job to do. To just carry two people, look for yourself. They will kind of do the land preparation. That is, till the soil for you, make ridges or heaps, whichever one you want to do. At the end of the day, use your own money to pay for their job. What we are saying now, you've indirectly participate in farming work because your money what did work for you. So if you can achieve that, and then others do the same thing, so at least you should be having a kind of food all round the we should have food that will be eaten throughout the year. At least if it is surplus now, they will think of how to kind of export it out. But me, people are thinking of exporting. We've not even seen enough that will feed this country. Look at the way the population is growing higher. And then if you can a kind of plug yourself into a system that feed human being, I believe you make it in life. Because think of, for example, if you are making, let's say, 1 naira from what 1 million people eat every day, how much are you making? You are making 1 million naira. Okay, if you are making 1 million naira, tell me what is the population of this country? So why don't you think of where you can get information, where you can tap in, where you can get this money? That is why a poverty fighter said, "Hey, come, we don't want you to be bragging or complaining. Come, we'll teach you how to make this cool money without any force. Use your brain to make money through agriculture." We said we have project called One Family, One Farmer. In the nearest future, it's our prayer that in every compound in Nigeria, we should have one farmer. Because you that you are listening to me now, directly or indirectly, you've consumed something that is produced from the farm. Now, if you say no, you've not eaten anything from farm. Have you taken tea this morning? Does the tea has maybe sugar or milk? If yes, where does the milk come from? The sugar, uncle. Where do they get the sugar from? Okay, okay. If you taking something, maybe like all these snacks and whatever, those flowers, where did they get those flowers from? All these things, ingredients, they came from the farm, and then you don't want to kind of involve yourself in farming, but you want to be eating. I tell you, even a doctor will give you recommendation. Take this drug, but before you take this drug, you need to eat something. That is to say, your system need to eat something. The drug that you are taking in needs food to make the system work for you, to make the drugs work for you. So that is to say, in agriculture, that is the only person that everybody depend on. Because I may decide, for example, now you may say, yeah, you don't have a problem with food, you don't want to even eat food, but you want to do fasting for like 40 days. Yes, but at the end of the 40 days, what happens? You break your fast, right? Once you break the fast, what do you do? What do you be looking for? You'll be looking for food. And then if you are eating food, tell me, the food, where did they produce the food? In heaven or on the earth surface? On the ground, right? On the soil. So that is what we are saying. If you are going into agriculture, one, you need to kind of repackage the soil very well to make sure, say yes, the soil work for you. We have potentials. We are blessed with the natural resources. It is in this part of the world that you plant something without any additive, without any, being it organic or inorganic fertilizer, you are going to harvest something reasonable. But still, this soil, the potential there is there untapped. Nobody look into it. Nobody will show concern that yes, you have the potential. That yes, we can produce something at the back of our houses, at the backyard. Look at those small spaces you have around you. You must not do it large. Just start small. It mustn't be a hectares of land. It mustn't be how many acres of land. No, but just start something small. When you start small, little by little, once you see the potential in it, yes, you grow, you keep on expanding until when you say no, you don't even have enough land to do something again. So that is what we are pleading with all our members, pleading with whoever is listening to us now. Yes, we have a lot to do in agriculture, and then people are hungry in this country. Go to the market today. How much do you buy foodstuff? Let's start from the rice. The usual rice, how much do you buy it now? You are buying a rice, a mudu of at least not less than 700 naira. Okay, okay. Tell me, if you say okay, you want to kind of involve yourself in rice production. Tell me at the end of it, if you were able to farm 1 hectare of land successfully, if you want to mill, process the rice and mill it yourself, selling it, my brother, I'll tell you, at the end of it, you never regret that. Why did I go into farming? Rather, you think of how to do more. Look at, go to anywhere you see fresh corn now. Tell me how much are they selling one? I think any reasonable corn, a cups of it now, they are selling it at the rate of 100 naira plus. Okay, if you're able to plant an hectares of land, calculate what is the total stand of the maize you farm there. Okay, if you are to sell per cups to them 50 naira per cups from your own farm, and then those that say kind of buy from your own farm, they are going to sell at the rate of 15 naira, 100 naira or 17 naira. Yes, they're making a lot of gain. That is to say, some of us, when we look at all these small business, you are looking at it, yes, they are not making anything in it. Tell me someone that bought a corn from a farm at the rate of 15 naira. Let's say you bought like 1,000 pieces, and then you were able to kind of sell those 1,000 pieces at the rate of 100 naira. Tell me, how much are you making from the money? You are making times two of what you bought. You are making times two. That is to say, when you sell it 100 naira, your profit is what is 50% of what you buy the agri produce from the farm. Okay, let's multiply. You sold less 1,000 cups of corn at the rate of 100 naira. How much is that? That is 50 naira times what? Times 100 is how much? Hmm? That's 5,000 naira. 50 naira times 100. 50 naira times 100. You are getting 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira times 10. Hmm? 5,000 naira times 10. You got what? 50,000 naira. That is to say, if you're able to invest 50,000 naira in selling just fresh corn you bought from the farm with the rate of what? 150 naira from the farm, and then you are selling it at the rate of 100 naira, you are making 50,000 naira. Let's assume the cost of charcoal in which you use to roast the corn and the cost of transportation consume like 10,000 naira, and then you are making no less than 35 to 40,000 naira. And then with this 1,000 cups you bought from the farm, I bet you, if you are in a location that you can sell the whole of 1,000 pieces per day, or maximum for 3 days you've sold this, and tell me which organization that will pay you 30,000 naira for 3 days, and someone that doesn't even go to school at all, that will pay you under 3 days, they'll pay you 30,000 naira. But you can get conveniently 40,000 naira under 3 days. And then when you are looking at that woman that is selling the corn, you are underrating her. Ah, this corn is sufferness. But she knows what she's gaining from the corn that she's roasting in the public places, and then how much is generating, how much does she invest to do that business. If you are walking on the roadside now, you see some men seriously selling all those corn, roasting it, and then when cast up, they rush to sell to the cars, and then you are looking at it, they are suffering, not knowing that you are buying this food, you are the one suffering. So these are some information where the poverty fighter squad is sharing with all its members. where you can get all of these things cheaper. If you want to involve in selling all of these things, where you can get it, and then at affordable prices, so that at least if you are selling these things, and then you will kind of create a channel for someone that doesn't have anything doing, it has something doing, and then you that you are farming this. Okay, if you have maybe like this 15 naira now, 1,000 naira, so calculate like how many speeds will give you a 1,000 stand of corn. You understand? Per hectare, what do you have? What is the total stand of the corn you have in the farm? Thank God the agriculture has gone far, unless there are some stand of corn that can give you like 2 cups. Okay, from one now you can be able to have up to 100 naira. And if it happen, majority of them take 1 2 cups, or let's say they are all one, and then multiply by the numbers of stand you have on the field. Are you now telling me that you're not making cool money out of this business? Are you now telling me after you do this harvest and then you sold them to the market, are you telling me now that next season you will not be eager to go back to the farm to do the same thing? To me, I'm not even advising you. If you're a poverty fighter, so I'm not advising you to say you want to store, you want to buy, or you want to farm your corn and then allow you to dry so that you can store it. For no, you can sell it fresh and then get your money, cool money. These are secret behind all of this. It's just information. We lack some information. So once you get the right information, yes, then you are good to go. I remember I was coming from somewhere. It's just a funny thing anyway. I saw a counselor. I wanted to buy a gun, though it was the peak of the season. So it was selling. She's selling 100 naira. I said, 100 naira for this gun. He said yes. I said okay, no problem. So I was somehow close to my farm then. I said okay. Instead of that, why not I'll go to my farm and plug the corn, so that at least, even though I'm not going to a kind of plugging only one. I can plug and then give to my neighbors, let them to a kind of happy a bite of the corn. Though she was indirectly thinking that yes, maybe I'm just a kind of joking or I don't have a plan. I said, okay, madams, I'm sorry if, for example, now if you said you can't sell it for me at this so amount, then maybe I'd rather go to my farm. Immediately she said that, did I have farm? I said, yes, it's like I have a farm. Okay, do you sell your corn? I said, yes. Do you want to buy? She said yes. Indirectly, I've advertised myself to him that I have a fresh corn that which she can still buy and then she'll still make her own profit. That is, I have gotten a customer that day. She went to the farm, she bought corn not less than 10,000 naira a day. And then now, so if she bring it back home, I know the profit she is going to make. I know she's going to be times two of what she bought from the market, because I don't want to tell this again. That's why with it. If you want all the secrets revealed to you, come to the Poverty Fighters Squad. We are there to share the information with you. The information that is useful, that will be helpful to you. That is, these are the information we want to share with all our members. So, coming back to our main reason of being on the show today, we said we collected sample the other times. Now, land preparation is ongoing. So, trying to put all the soil together so that immediately when the soil hits the ground, then we're plowing and. So, we said we are here outside to look at the land preparation, how it's going on, and what we need to do, what arrangement we have to put in place before the beginning of rainfall. Already we've kind of done the soil collection of soil samples, and then we've sent it to the lab already, and then we are waiting for the outcome of the soil result. From there, at least we are good to go. Before I forget, this is the season where watermelons operations is kind of trying to kick off properly, And then those that want to do the watermelon business, they've already done their land preparation. Immediately they hear the kind of the first rain hits on the ground now, the tractors operators they will switch into actions. So and then after the plowing, the rain, and then they'll plant. And then I'm counting if it happened that rainfall this month, because we are almost at the end of this March. We will enter the month of April. Maybe rain started immediately, so we are counting April, May, June. We are expecting around that kind May, June we should be able to have our fresh watermelon on the farms. So what we are saying now, this is an opportunity now. If you want to go into the watermelon farming, this is the season. This is the kind of a reminder for those that are kind of planning to go into the operation properly. So they should switch and then look for where they can get the land, how they can do the preparation and get their seed, all the input they need to produce the watermelon perfectly. They should go ahead and then go get all this information on ground, so that it should not take them unaware. Because me and you now will still be on the street complaining, and why people are seriously working on the farm now. At the end of it, when the rains, those things started coming from the farm, we said, when does the rain start? Yes, I'm telling you now, soon rain is will soon start, and then people are ready for the operations. So what you is your own plan towards doing that? If it is other enterprise you want to go to, what are you planning for? My advice to our members is that if you are going into any enterprise, it's better now that people there's no competitions in terms of farm input. Now it's better you secure a money and then buy those things and then keep them aside, because when the season starts properly now, you see all the price of all the farm input will jack up again. So my advice to all our team members, all our members, all our registered and aspiring members, if you want to go into any agriculture product, if it is herbicide, insecticide, whichever one you want to use in your farm, please go to the market and buy them and keep them outside now, because very soon the price of it will still jack up. And then when it jack up, you see the cost of reproduction will increase. So now if you buy them and save them now, when the time comes that you want to use them, it's as if someone has to kind of dash you the input you are going to use in the farm. You can see the sun is very a kind of very serious in this part of the farm now. So that is why we've rest enough, and then we are going out to continue our operation. Hope you enjoy your day and then happy viewing. Please, my question is that you'll be hearing all these informations. Are you working with it? If you are not working with it, are you still going to blame the same government, or you are going to blame yourself? Because poverty fighters, they are bringing to you useful information that will help your life, help your country, help your family. But some of us, we are still underrating it. Yes, if you don't need this information, you can pass it across to someone that you know that need this information. Definitely, you can't tell me that you don't see anybody that need this information. There are a lot of people that need this information that they can help their life. So just a kind of work on trust. You have our information. If you don't know where to get us, you are meeting us on the YouTube, or go to Ikeja Chamba, www.ikejachamba.com, and then you get to know a lot about the poverty fighters squad. God bless you and remain blessed. Hope to see you flying with joy of happiness. Do have a blessed day.